She just made a comment that I thought was so interesting, Brother Sam. She said this. She said, I believe the main obstacle for me, this is her talking about herself.
Right.
She said, I believe the main obstacle for me is wanting to be involved in everything and overcommitting. And I've learned it's important to do what I can to be equally committed in getting others involved. And so, Brother Sam, I'm so curious because it's challenging to balance this thing. I mean, You've got a family, you've got work in the secular, and you've got all this church work. And so, I mean, this speaks to you that you probably seems like you're overcommitting. How do you balance this out, Brother Sam?
I must be frank, Brother Dean, and to even our viewers. It's tough for me to balance because, as Sister Crystal was saying, when you overcommit yourself now, you forget about yourself. And that's what I've realized, that most of the time I have my secular job, I have church, I have other things, and I forget about me. And that is what's happening. And at times, those days, some people, they know there was one time that, I was at work and I just collapsed because I wasn't eating well. I was having internal bleeding.
Wow.
So...
You were really having internal bleeding, Brother Sam?
Yes, that's what the doctors...
Oh, my Lord.
So, it's a lesson learned. And I'm gradually learning that, because it's a bad habit. But having said this, my challenges basically is that I forget to take care of me. And it's tough, and I'm learning that, having done everything to take care of me. And that is a lesson that I have to learn very fast, because if I can't take care of myself, there will not be any Brother Sam.
So you say such an interesting point that I think sometimes in the church we don't talk about all that often, Brother Sam. We can be involved in doing so many things, but we forsake ourselves. We forsake our health. We forsake, there's so many people that are not getting enough sleep. They're not exercising. They're not doing things that not only, a lot of times we talk about benefiting our spiritual life, but we're not actually benefiting our physical health, because if we don't have physical health, we don't have anything else, right? So what are some things that you have started to do to really benefit that yourself?
You see, practically now I've developed a habit that every morning I'll make sure that at least I walk 45 minutes before I do anything.
Wow.
Early in the morning, I have to make sure I do that. I have to just organize myself or program myself. In the morning, after prayers, I go to work. I go and do my work so that it helps me. And then I come, settle, and then start working.
Amen.
And one thing also that I'm fighting, growing up, Brother Dean, at times when you go on vacation as if it's a sin.
True.
Go on vacation.
Go on vacation.
Let Pastor go on vacation.
I agree.
Let Minister Dean go on vacation.
Hallelujah.
Because Jesus, one time, he rested.
Yeah.
So we have to do that. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't. So I recommend that, we do that. And that's what I'm doing. And, there was even one time that I got scared because I was working in the basement and I realized, hey, I'm having some anxiety.
Yeah.
And this thing is real.
It's real.
Actually, that is what triggered me from coming out and started to walk.
Oh, my Lord.
It's real. So know yourself, please, everybody. When these things are coming, make sure you get help.
Brother Sam, I talk about this quite often, similar to what you just said. Like, I have a morning prayer walk every morning. This morning I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning. I was walking by like 5 o'clock this morning. And I always do this half an hour walk before I personally go to the gym and do a workout. But I always do a walk and a prayer. And really have a time with the Lord. But I also have a time for my physical health. And I find that you're right. Like, it really helps mental stress. And it is so important that you spend time taking care of your own mental health through prayer, meditation, through fitness, through walking. Make sure, if you glean anything from what Brother Sam is saying, you can be involved in so many things, but if you, as Sister Crystal said, overcommit yourself, then you might be doing yourself a disservice. So make sure you're taking time for yourself.